What's going on, guys? It's Easy. Welcome to my channel. So Eyeless watch a new sentry for Demon Hunter, which is going to now summon a rope turret that fires at surrounding enemies, attaching ropes and pulling them in. Affected enemies are stunned if they moved outside the turret. Also, damage is increased. So I kind of really like it. I have played with this in Battleground, the newer one, at least not the old one, and I will share my footage with you guys in a second. But let me show you what it looks like so you guys can have the idea that we are looking at. So here you can see this is the radius for the sentry. This is what it looks like, a huge thing. Other players are also able to see this. They see this and can avoid, and it stays active for 5 seconds here. Sentry now summon a rope turret at target location for 5 seconds and does damage. And also, when an affected enemies move out of the turret range, they take 47,000 damage and are stunned for 3 seconds. So you see, if someone tries to get out of the area, they are going to receive a really huge amount of damage. But hold on, let me show you how the pull effect works, then we will get into further detail while I share my footage with you guys. But here, look at that, how they got pulled in and they just got stunned there when they tried to get out of my thing there. But the radius is good, they are roped, so overall this is not bad. So yeah, this is what it looks like. And now let's get into the PvP and we can talk further more. I have to say that this new sentry actually did give me a good result with support Demon Hunter. Yeah, definitely I was not getting a lot of kills, but I was providing a really good support out there. And anyone who wonder GZ what setup I am using, you guys can see that on the left side, the essences which I have used. However, I will pretty much suggest that don't use Gloom Price because it was not working great. And since I was just testing this new Essen, I didn't bother switching my set items into something else. But I believe Angment can do really well since I was also burning players. So 4-piece Angment or 2-piece of Angment could be good with the featuring Baron. I am not sure yet, but yeah, there are other possibilities as well which a player can try out. Alright, now let's talk about the points regarding the builds and the SN itself. So it's really effective in my opinion around the idol to provide support. That is where I noticed that most people drop their guard, and when I drop this sentry there, they just get stunned if they try to run away, or they will have to stay here and they can receive damage from my fellow farm summon. I can drop my knife trap, so it is quite effective. Also, the dot setup can work really nice with high potency. I didn't had the dot setup here, but if you guys have the dot setup like Viper Bite, Everlasting Torment, Zaping Bile with high potency, you can like lock their position, deal a lot of damage with the darts. And if you have Feastring Baron or other harmful effect sources, it is really good for Demon Hunter with this because you will be locking down players quite nicely. And just like I have said, strafe summon with new knife traps is a really good combo. And once again, I think Angment could work really well because the new knife traps does burn enemies. Then the cooldown on sentry is slightly longer. It should be 10 seconds because the downtime is 7 seconds, and in my opinion that is slightly a little bit longer than it should be. And overall, really solid Inferno 6 Ascent for support style PvP build, but not DPS. But if you have high potency and dodge setup, then you can do damage as well. So yeah, it is good. Not sure how well it is going to work for the free to play players, but if you have really high potency and dodge setup, so even with the low reso, I think you should be able to be do fine with it. The only issue which I find while I was running with this build setup is mobility. Mobility is not that great. If you get caught, you are done, in my opinion, and there is nothing we can do about it. So that's the overall overview about the new SN itself. I am really liking it. I will look into option to make some builds around it. This was just a test, not the final builds, I would say, but yeah, overall a quick setup was nice. Mobility itself is a issue because I am not really happy how the ring swing was working, because when I was getting pulled in, the ring swing wasn't working at its best. But yeah, this SN have really good potential in my opinion for summon type builds and dot setup. You can definitely use it to provide extra support. But anyways, this is it. I'll leave you I mean I'll leave the video for you guys to watch, and do let me know what are your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, have fun, and bye guys.